up, guys? King here, bringing you a quick discussion slash prediction slash, I don't even know what you would call this, leak perhaps video. Well, you can decide for yourself. But before I begin, remember to like and subscribe, guys. And yeah, let me quickly get through this. It's very basic, it's very simple. But yeah, a few days ago, basically at Gamescon, we had an interview with the RE9 director and I think the producer as well. And this was conducted by, I believe, Biohazard France or French or whenever it is. And during the interview, there was something that the YouTube translator picked up that the director was saying that wasn't being translated by the official translator in English, basically. And yeah, the interview was then cut off. It was taken down, basically. It was taken down after it was originally posted. And a lot of people, or at least those that managed to see it, assume it's because of the translation error or because the director let slip something he wasn't supposed to let slip. And now we got a pretty good, decent leak regarding RE9. So this was found actually by Roblitzky. I don't know if I've I think this is a video from somewhere else, but yeah, I'll just play the first few seconds of this, and then yeah, I'll let you guys decide.
Nakanishi then says that you don't have to know the previous story to have fun and enjoy this game, so you don't need to rush out to play Outbreak to fully understand the story in this game. However, before that, the YouTube translator picks up him saying, so in terms of the story, it features characters from Raccoon City, and as I said earlier, characters from Outbreak, and so on. And of course, if you know the story, you can enjoy it even more.
So that's that part. I would advise you guys to go on his official channel and check this out yourself. Please give the guy your views and your subs. He deserves it for picking this up because I'm not seeing anyone else pick this up. And yeah, basically, again, Roblitzky, if I'm saying that right. But yeah, this is what it said. This is what the translation picked up. And as I said earlier, characters from Outbreak and so on. And of course, you know. So in terms of the story, it features characters from Raccoon City, and as I said earlier, characters from Outbreak and so on, and of course, you know. So characters from Raccoon City, it features characters from Raccoon City and characters, okay? Characters from Outbreak. Ladies and gentlemen, this pretty much confirms to me that it's not just Allison from Outbreak that's returning. There's going to be other returning characters from Outbreak in this game. And this here as well, it features characters. Now this could be a double meaning when it says it features characters from Raccoon City. Because it could mean that whoever the characters in this game are in fact from Raccoon City. So the villain, whoever he is, could be related to Raccoon City. So it could be a double meaning there. But obviously, that also entails to actual characters from the series returning as well. And if you sit down and break it down in terms of who the characters could be that could come back, then potentially we have Leon, of course. We have Ada. We have Sherry. And we have Claire. And then we have Jill and Carlos. Those are your 6 primary characters. If you had to break it down in terms of who are the Raccoon City story characters, it would be those Pacific characters. You know, those are the surviving ones. It would be those 6 characters. And then from Outbreak, of course, we have Allison, we have Kevin Ryman, David King, Yoko, George Hamilton, I believe Mark, Jim, and Cindy. Now, which of those characters would most likely make sense to bring back? Now, Mark and George are really old at this point, so I don't see Mark making it back. But George was a professor. He had some sort of connection, I think, maybe not with Umbrella, so he could be a potential character you could bring back because of his professional experience and connection. So he's one you could potentially see. Yoko, again, she's a potential one because of a connection with Umbrella. Cindy and Jim and David were just typical normal people, so I don't see those characters ever coming back. And then, of course, we have Kevin Ryman, who's pretty much our sort of main character of the Outbreak games. So he could potentially come back. He could end up being an agent or be a police officer that was working in the area, maybe where Allison was killed. Maybe he was working with Allison during this. We don't know. This is just a prediction and a theory. But the fact that the translation picked up characters from Outbreak makes me think that there's a big potential we're going to see at least 1 or 2 returning characters from Outbreak besides just Allison. And the potential is it could be Kevin at least. Do you know what I mean? Because bringing Allison makes sense in terms of her profession, her being a reporter and her investigating the Raccoon City incident. It makes sense you would bring her back. Kevin, because he's the action hero, he's the one who could still be in the fight somewhere in the background you could bring back. And then obviously Yoko and George because of their personal professions and connections with Umbrella potentially. The rest, they could just be in the background, maybe in a note, maybe in a voice call, or maybe we find out they've been kidnapped as well and been killed. We don't know. That could be a possibility because canon-wise, I'm assuming every character that survived Outbreak would have been infected with the Daylight vaccine, unless Resident Evil 9 is going to go in a route where it's like these characters escaped, but only a specific number of these characters were actually got the vaccine. So that's a thing to think about. But yeah, in terms of characters from Raccoon City, I'm at this point, I'm positive Leon's in this. I don't need a leaker to tell me Leon's in this. Leon is definitely in this game, and if Leon is in it and they're wrapping his story up, I can potentially see Ada coming back and her getting her story wrapped over Leon. So those two, in my opinion, are definitely in the game. But if this is Leon's last story, you want at least someone else there to conclude it with him, and I kind of think it might be Claire. I feel like they might bring Claire back and sort of have that be the intermediate element of it, like in terms of you got RE9 with Claire, and then that's going to lead into a Code Veronica remake with Claire as the main character, like, you know what I mean? But it's either Claire or Sherry. Like, if I had to pick either Claire or Sherry, I'd probably pick Sherry. If I had to choose between Claire or Sherry, it would be Sherry. Because one of the main reasons Leon even joined the government is because he was forced to join the government in order to protect Sherry. So if this is Leon's final story, at least when it comes to Raccoon City, wouldn't it make sense to have Sherry come back in some capacity as well and play some sort of small or big role in the background, perhaps? I don't know. I'm spitballing here. But, like, the fact this interview got taken down afterwards speaks volumes. It could have just been an error, though. This is another thing. It could have been an error. We don't know. But keep this in mind. Because I'm seeing no one else report on this. Maybe one or two people who picked up on Roblitzky stuff, but all the big leakers and that, all the big YouTubers regarding RE and that, I'm not seeing them report on this. So, come on. Like, surely this means something, right? Or maybe we're just like fangaling here and it means nothing. But moving on to potential other returning characters, we got this. So this is from Resident Evil Save Room. And this is a post from the other day, actually. But yeah, but they had this to say. Basically, 2 months before the first announcement of Resident Evil 9 Requiem, a model appeared and confirmed her participation in the Resident Evil Requiem project by posting behind-the-scenes photos of herself. The model's name is Roya Advina or something. Who do you think the character will be? So apparently, this is a play. This person reported on this. We got a clarification here, I think. Just to clarify, I have no idea about the plot of the game or how my features will be used. It could be my face as a whole or just my eyes, nose and mouth on different people, including NPCs, I assume. I know for a fact a lot of other models were also scanned as references, but thanks for the support, it really surprised me. So originally a lot of people said that she reported saying that she was actually going to be a playable character in this, which means that we have potentially 3 playable characters in this. Grace, Leon, obviously, and then this random character, but now she had to clarify and saying that they were just using her face. It doesn't mean that she... Yeah, does this character not seem familiar to someone? Now, to be fair, she's closed her hair off and that, but then here we can see her hair and that. I don't want to spitball here, but like, again, she did say that they could just be using her face for an NPC. Okay, so maybe her eyes and that, it might not be the whole face. You never know, but I'm getting grown-up Natalia vibes from her. Really, I am, and... I don't want to say, it's a possibility, but it could be a possibility. I don't know. Just throwing that in there because, again, I'm not really seeing anyone report on this. But in the end of the day, it could just be an NPC character where they're just taking specific features and using it for different models and that. So it could be just that. So don't lose your minds over this in terms of, oh my god, this confirms Natalia's in it. No, it doesn't confirm anything. Again, this is just a prediction or theory. It's just me theorizing and trying to figure out, could this be a possibility or not? I don't know. But for me, the most important part about this video really is this. So in terms of the story, it features characters from Raccoon City, and as I said earlier, characters from Outbreak. So who are the multiple characters returning in this game? Because apparently this is going to be a big game, and it is going to feature multiple returning characters potentially. So let's get excited then, right? Because unless this was a translation error, this was very legit. But for now, it is what it is. I'll just leave that here. And yeah, guys. time to get hyped for RE9 even more until we get more confirmation. I know there's a lot of interviews that have been done by the creators. I will try and go through those and give my thoughts on those. But for now, this is this. And yeah, also, I'm also playing through the older Resident Evil games. I finished my playthrough of Jill and Chris of the OG RE1. I've done Leon A and Claire B. I've got Claire A and Leon B left. And then I'm going to do RE3. And yeah, I'm going to try and edit these and put these on my channel. God knows how long that will take, but they will eventually be up. But for now, if I am not doing a lot of videos, it's because I'm busy playing video games. So yeah, guys, I hope you like this. As always, remember to like and subscribe, please. And I shall see you when I shall see you. Take care and bye.